You're tuned in and listening to Smooth 98.1. Welcome inside of Business Express. Today, Tuesday, the 12th of June. Happy June 12th, gentlemen, in the studio with me.
Good morning, Folu. Good morning. Happy June 12th to you as well. We're here. We're not at home.
Yes. No,
yeah, exactly.
It's okay. It's happy Future Democracy Day.
Yes,
happy
there you go.
Today.
There you go.
Rotus is here. Nwanne is here as well. But Lagos, you're here. So make sure you converse with us using the hashtag BusinessExpress981 up on Twitter and send us messages to our WhatsApp number 0809 444 0981.
Thank you. So the market's back up again yesterday. Back and forth we go. 0.5% appreciation yesterday, 38,845 points. Market cap is at 14.07 trillion naira. So far this year, the stock exchange is up by 1.6%. 30 stocks gained in value, 20 lost value. Nascon was the top gainer by 7%. 24 naira is where they closed. Burger down 5% to 8 naira 55 kobo. We're at 362 naira to the dollar. Nwanne is 1/3 of the horsemen with me today. Nwanne, we're looking first at the Nigeria Sovereign Investment Authority, the NSIA. Headline here, that says they're going to delay their dividend payments to the 3 tiers of government. Excuse the frog in my throat. After an 82% drop in their 2017 profits. We need to break this down because I'm confused. At first, I was like, Nigeria, first of all, what are they investing in? Because the stock market did for well, one of the highest performing stock markets last year. Treasury bills were at 22% or so last year. That's the fixed income side. How could you possibly lose 82% of your profits in such a year? And then you're like, no. We need to go over exactly what the investment mandate is of the NSIA. Nwanne, let's do it. Let's go over it.
Okay.
Yeah.
NSIA, basically they have like 3 investment funds.
The
first one is a stabilization fund,
okay,
which is 20% of their assets
allocation.
Then they have future generation, which is around 40%, and infrastructure.
Okay.
Now, if you look at the future generation and infrastructure, those ones that have a real estate, healthcare fund, and co.
Yeah, wait, but let's check. Okay, yeah, with the future generation fund, which I guess is it for real estate, healthcare, motorways, power. I can see why this thing lost money.
No, you can definitely see. So most of these are politically motivated to get kind of.
Fashola came out yesterday saying that heavy rain is going to disrupt. Was it transmission? He didn't say generation. Transmission. Yeah.
This means there's hope.
You actually saw hope in that.
Yes, at least once you can generate, next thing is to distribute.
Okay, so I guess, and then the motorways. So I guess with where the roads, agriculture, a majority of farmers are just farming to keep themselves alive. That's just subsistence farming. Power sector, there's that. Healthcare, I was reading yesterday that HMOs, there's a whole lot of debt in the healthcare sector. So there's that. Real estate is, I think that one hasn't even come out of recession yet. So basically,
just keep the positivity out of it.
No. I mean, well,
it's not like they didn't make profit. It's just like comparison to
2016,
it was down. That's why you have the stabilization fund, which invested in.
But that's the lowest allocation, because I'm showing the asset classes here: the absolute return, fixed income investment grade, and the corporate fixed income fund. That's for U.S. Treasuries. That did well because the Fed has been raising rates, but that's the smallest allocation of the fund. Wow. Well.
But then I think there was a news on Financial Times. Said the Average Group.
Wasn't there some kind of scandal involving?
There's a scandal. In terms of misuse of allocation of funds. And
so the entire.
We invested,
sorry, I just dropped my pen.
And we invested in it.
Yeah. So that means as far as the full mandate of the NSIA is concerned, it's just not pretty.
The issue that's a long term. It's a long term.
Yeah, I'm showing that the future.
Don't be looking at it as one. This year will judge them.
Right.
Over this period of time, will judge them.
Okay, so the investment horizon for the future generation fund I'm showing is 20 years. The investment horizon for the infrastructure fund, 20 years.
Exactly.
Stabilization for that one is okay. That's the only one that's short term, but it's the smallest one. So I guess it's a long term thing. But if we take a step back, it does make sense to not pay dividends if your profit is going to drop by 80%, because it's from your profits that you pay your dividends now, right?
One of the mandates is after 5 years.
Yeah.
So Nigerians deserve dividend.
Okay.
Gosh.
Venga Akamu sent in this message saying, do the sovereign investment fund invest money here? I had thought the money would be invested overseas, but 82% is a lot to lose.
Venga, that's what I thought so. But apparently, I mean, it's invested here, but the with what we've just gone through now, the infrastructure, this future quote from future generation thing, those are mainly here.
To a certain extent, most of the money have to be invested here
Yeah.
because we're the ones with infrastructure deficits.
They could have. They
need to.
They
I'm not just hire money and go somewhere else and develop on that person's side.
Do you think we would have done better jobs handling this fund? Why? No.
We have the best hand.
Okay, all right.
It's the tone in Rotus's voice.
I don't know. It was shocking. I thought maybe it was more invested in other asset classes. All right, let's move on from that.
But if I forget,
yeah.
I think exchange rate was the main.
Oh yeah. So thank you, Nwanne. They also mentioned the fact that a lot of their funds were the devaluation, right, going from 190 to 305. That also affected them when you convert back. Okay, well, so there's the foreign exchange issue as well, which then begs the question: why should you have majority of your funds in foreign exchange? But let's move on from that. So we'll have to good move. You don't pay dividends when you make such a loss in your investments. We have a new exports partner, a number one export partner for Q1 2018. It's not India. Do we do a drum roll?
Yeah, you should. As geopolitical events are happening,
right.
People are shifting to.
Things have changed. Yeah. So apparently, I wonder if anyone can guess who this country didn't make the World Cup is starting on Thursday. Our new number one trade partner didn't make it to the World Cup. It's a European country. So guess that it's the Netherlands.
Yeah.
Surprisingly. Yeah. So what was it now? 20% of our exports went to the Netherlands, followed by which India was previously number one, right? 18% went to India, Spain 8%, United States is at 8% as well. So this is coming from our first quarter trade figures.
Yes. Q1.
Yeah.
Trade figures. There's a rise.
Okay, well,
overall, there's an implication for that.
Given the fact, it begins with O. It begins with O. It's a three-letter word that begins with O and ends in L.
No, the most important thing there is the fact that export earnings are increasing.
Yes.
Given the fact that where we're coming from, and then I heard that business they were saying something about recession.
Right.
Given the fact that Q1 export figures are going on means that at least there's money in the economy.
We need to get Patrick from Business Day in here. We actually know one of the editors, and they seem to be a little nervous as to where the country is going. I don't know why, because I think
if you look at the Q4 GDP results, in comparison to
Q1,
so
we
2.1 to 1.9
to 1.9, yes.
They're like,
but you can't extrapolate and now say we're going to head back into recession now. Business Day, when you guys need to come on the show and come and explain yourselves. But anyway, the Netherlands is our top trading partner. As far as imports, and this now ties into the one swap. On the exchange rate for the one. Yes, we don't have any details yet on the one, so still waiting for that. But as long as China maintains its lead for imports, that's something we look forward to.
We've got a couple of messages coming through very quickly. Dawuzi says, what stocks are good buys and sells right now? Also, do you anticipate a fall in the stock prices due to the oncoming election?
Dawuzi, thanks for your message. We've been talking about that for ages. Yes, we anticipate that foreign investors may
guys are heading out.
Yeah, we anticipate that they're going to head out. As far as stocks that we like, gosh, it's still the tier one banks now. It's still the tier one. So your GTBs. Remember we talked last week when there was an 11-day bear run. GTB stock dropped like 38 naira, which was, this is a stock that most analysts are saying is going to hit about 50 or 52. So there's still GTBs, your First Banks, your Access Bank, Zenith. Those are good stocks to look at.
At times like you should just stick to dividend paying stocks.
Exactly.
Good dividend paying stocks.
We can't mention stocks without the richest man in Africa. Dangote Cement for sure. Look at the refinery that he's building with what the returns are going to be for the company. Dangote Sugar. Of course, the disclaimer, please, every single suggestion for stocks for you to buy, please consult a broker just to do your due diligence. In case things go south and then you now say it was Rotus and Nwanne.
Then led people down that road.
Yeah, so we're taking a cautious approach to the elections as far as stocks are concerned. We do expect a dip, but with where things were in 2015 versus now, I don't think we're going to expect anything crazy coming out of the elections. I think it's knock on wood, things should be peaceful. So yeah, investors will move out, but you still want to be long term as far as the stock market is concerned.
Benga Kamus stays in the conversation, driving it, actually now asking about Morocco and Nigeria. Are we gaining anything from this new partnership? And if Morocco becomes a member of ECOWAS, will our economic influence not be diminished? Ask Benga.
Well, this is a bilateral thing we've signed with them, yeah. So that's us working one-on-one. And we have a story on this. The Continental Free Trade Agreement. If you want to talk about opening your doorways to trading with other nations, that's something that us not signing, I believe, affects us. Nwanne, what do you think?
I think it's a good move, but then the issue then begs for that, what are we going to do?
Gaining.
Well,
Okay.
isn't that why they put it on hold anyways? Because they say they need to work out the finer details. But he's talking specifically about ECOWAS, not even
to me, Morocco stands to benefit the most.
Of course.
Given the fact that they have a lot to push to the market, and the Nigerian market.
The first agreement you signed with Morocco, wasn't it that fertilizer agreement where they were going to essentially dump their fertilizer here for us to be able to use for agricultural products? Maybe dump is not a good word, but the agreement was going to benefit.
They need to re-strategize afterwards.
Right. This latest one is the pipeline, right? That is
it's a gas pact. Yeah,
5,000 kilometers.
It's crazy, but I mean, it's quite a big move.
See, we just talked about the infrastructure fund for NSIA and how they plan to invest in all this. I don't know how they plan to build this thing. It's probably going to be Morocco putting up most of the money for this. And again, as Nwanne just said, I think they benefit more than we do. But we see, because the pipeline, I think, is for them to supply to us, and then we're supplying. I got it backwards. Sorry, thank you. It's supplying it to them. But I believe that, I mean, we're supposed to benefit from that. We'll see. But I don't know with this agreement.
In terms of the oil parts, we will. But in terms of other commodity aspects.
But again, they're focusing on gas, not even crude, because we have gas resources that we just burn off. We don't really use very much of, and that's supposed to be the focus, so that we're actually gaining something from our massive gas reserves,
right.
As opposed to just waste.
It's how much I believe. I think they're the ones, as far as building the pipeline, I think most of it falls on them. And I think from that, the returns, they're going to, depending on the details, they're going to get more out of it.
As an easy market for us, like an asset for us to go to Europe.
Yes.
Sign the agreement.
Still more messages are coming in. Okwemi chimes in on the exchange rate, saying that he thinks it's about 48 China yuan, and he's using the guideline based on a maximum of 15 billion yuan for 720 billion naira. Right. That gives you an effective rate of 48 naira to 1
There's a WhatsApp broadcast that's been flying around that actually said 48, or I think it was 47 naira. We don't
subscribe to that.
And we can't just use
speculation.
It's all speculation. We don't know. We have to wait and see.
And Henry Manuel says, I saw the recession article from Business Day. It was actually written by Anthony Osai Brown. He was only using the forward indicators, and all of the indicators weren't pretty in Q1.
Yeah, but see, Henry, thanks for your message. One day, what took us out of recession? Was it not oil?
Yeah.
It was oil now. So
oil prices still high.
And oil prices are 70. So as long as oil prices still remain,
export figures that's
going up too. So the oil dropping in 2014 or 2015 was what put us in recession. As long as oil stays where it is, sadly, that's what we're dependent on.
We'll have a subpar, maybe 2% growth rate. Yeah.
Right, which is still under population growth, right? Because you guys are having too many babies. But that's a different story.
Oh, okay, me, she, LOL.
Oh, okay, me, she. Okay, yes. Thank you.
Arrogant man. Yeah, sorry about that.
Apologies. Nwanne, what else are we discussing? Are we going to talk about Prestige Assurance? Yes. What's going on with them? There was some funny business with Prestige Assurance.
Yes. Share reconstruction.
Okay, so
I'm just hoping it's not that type of Unity Bank.
Which is an issue. Let's help our listeners.
So what they're trying to do is they're trying to issue out additional shares of around 1.5 billion, and then from their premium account,
right?
They want to issue out around 500 or 500 million thereabout.
And this is what they indicated to the stock exchange, yes. Yeah. But then there was a note in their annual general meeting saying that they now want to pay dividends. Yes, is that a bonus? They wanted
premium account.
From the premium account. They were saying, hey, look, if you are doing a share reconstruction, where are you going to get?
The money is already there in the account. So I think it's all about utilization of the fund for daily operations as against taking up debt.
As against taking up debt. But is it practical? Because I think that was what Neurometrics was looking at as to whether or not this is something you can carry out. Is Unity?
Okay, well, it's not practical to continue this conversation because we're out of time.
Oh, we are. Sorry. Okay, we'll get more into that, I guess, tomorrow or something with AfroInvest. Nwanne, thank you so much for joining us. Appreciate it. Thank you so much for all your messages as well.
Thank you very much, everyone. It was an interesting conversation. Coming up next, Frankly Speaking with Muyiwa Afolabi, and then at 7:30, detailed newspaper analysis inside a Freshly Pressed. Good morning.